The old waterfall, there's no water in it, the top's been smashed, and obviously it's a hot day when all the wildlife want the water, and still the soil etc. depends on the light, whether it's still silver, but the state of it anyway will probably make you sick if you get it on your hands. And Cheshire East are doing absolutely bloody nothing about it. It's been going on for well over a month now. It's not a major job to bloody clean it, is it? All the streams just covered in this green. It's really fluorescent. It's not a major job, is it, to clean it all out? If it was in Macclesfield, it'd be done, wouldn't it? Flowers are still good down the main drive, they're all out. But any time soon they'll be taking them up for spring bedding, won't they? Down the main drive, the wild meadow flower bed, whatever you want to call it, is now basically a dead bed. Well, they've got things that come in summer and they're all very short-lived. We've got at least one grey lag back again, making a lot of row. I don't know what he's up to. Now there's more than one, there's another grey lag down here. They usually come in pairs or a gang of them. One of our little friends out again. And a good sniff. Just wish he'd stay still. Oh, there he goes. I don't know whether it's two more or the two have just joined, two grey legs out. It's a problem with the park, you walk round and you don't know if they've just moved over from where you were or whether it's two others. See how much the water level's dropped. We've got the old moor hens, they seem to be loving it, but you can see all the rubbish is now visible. There's like 3 moor hens here and a coot just coming as well. Because the water's low, it stinks to high heaven. You can see at the sluice gates there's virtually no water, that's where the water comes in, and there's virtually no water at all coming in, that's as dry as a bone. See why the pump won't work. That's what sucks it up, so it's out of the water, so ain't going to get nothing. We've got the flowers down the main drive, but some of them are getting a bit past the sell-by date. Or it's getting very autumnal, whether it's due to lack of water and the leaves are just dropping because of that, or whether it's actual autumn. But if you look round, everywhere is just covered in leaves, so it's autumn. There's a tree there, you can see the leaves are turning, there's a lot of leaves underneath, so whether autumn's now underway or whether it's just due to the drought. I would expect the flowers to be changed any time now. I don't know what's going on, but we seem to be absolutely overrun with Canada geese. There's a couple of grey legs, one there and one another somewhere close, but the whole area is just Canada geese. Seems to be nothing, hundreds of them, and that's just one side. If I go around the other side, we've still got a big gang of them here. Whether some have come for a winter holiday I don't know, but there seems to be a lot. The old swans just chilling. Sunday morning break. Coop can't make his mind up. Doesn't see anything as before, but there's 2 swans there and there's 2 swans there, so we've now got 4 swans. Because I saw 2 before and I walked down and saw 2 there. You can't be sure it's not the same 2, but no, we've got 4. 2 there and the original 2 there that keep fighting with the new 2. So we have the excitement of swans fighting each other. I'm on the lake and the old pine trees come down with a fair old thump. Quite sharp if you walk past it and catch it. It's been there a couple of days, so I don't know why it's come down, but it has. The old pump feed's still out of the water, so there'll be nothing going down the waterfall again, apart from any rainwater, which we haven't had. The stream's totally dry, not a drop of water in the stream at all. This is an excellent time to get a brush and clean it while you can. Not a single drop. Still got the flowers down the main drive, but you can see that the geraniums here, they're way past the best. And most of the others are in the same position, so I'm expecting sort of any day really that they'll get them up ready for the spring bedding. Just looking round, and the first signs of autumn, you can see the yellow leaves. When we come round you can see those starting to get yellow. The tree next to it's already lost a lot of leaves. Further round you can see the trees slowly turning yellow and leaves on the ground. We're nearly at the end of September, so any time now really. We've still got the grey legs on the lake, at least 2 of them. One's facing the wrong way. That's better. Well, the traction is down the bottom here for the ducks. Whether because there's hardly any water they can get at worms and stuff. The moor end seems to make it his own. Got his own little bit of an island there. I suppose it's something they wouldn't normally be able to get with the water high. Still got the 4 swans. Not the best of budgies, but they're still here. 3rd swan's here, there's a 4th one somewhere, I haven't found him yet, or her. Just having a Sunday morning clean up. Into September, we've still got the summer bedding in. Like this one's way past its best, but like this one is holding its own. Everything was late going in, and it's late really putting the spring bedding in. Sure sign of autumn, lots of acorns on the tree, and even on the ground the place is covered with acorns. Watching them pull a sick Canada goose out of the lake. Quite a few seem to have suffered. I think it's this avian flu again, but it's not been confirmed as yet. The concern was it could be something to do with the silver that was down the waterfalls, got into the lake, and that could be something to do with it. But until it's confirmed, we just don't know for sure. Still got a couple of swans. I haven't been down further down to see if we've still got 4, but they're surviving at the moment. There's another Canada goose we just caught. Probably got the bird flu. The old tree here, it's not very happy, is it? A lot of brown leaves. It's just down to lack of water. You would think next to the lake it had long since got roots into the lake to get water, because it's a fair old tree, but it's certainly not a happy bunny. This is the third one in the last half hour. So something's obviously going on. Still a bit concerned about that was down the waterfall, because there's that smell again here, the same sort of smell that was there. Once we know for sure whether it's avian flu, then we do know what they're dealing with. That's quite interesting that the little stream at Corrie War near the lake side of the bridge, there's evidence of water, yet the other side is still bone dry. So is the water coming from somewhere else? My fans seem to have come being followed by a load of pigeons. The old squirrel spotted me. It suddenly decided it's going to pour down in the bloody rain. It's been quite wintry, because last couple of nights it's been down to 5 degrees, so it's getting, can we afford to put the heating on job? Another evergreen tree, and it's not looking its best. The autumn colours are slowly starting to come. That one's quite a nice colour, and any time soon we'll have some lovely autumn colours. On part of the main road we've got Cheshire Wildlife Trust with a load of flowers. Not sure it's the best example. They're made up of all sorts of weird and wonderful things. Bottle tops, you can see there. They've now put this notice on about suspected avian flu. I thought they'd actually confirmed it now, but the notice says suspected. We've still got all the flowers down the main drive. I thought they'd have, it's uptown, they've taken everything out ready for the spring bedding, but still there's summer bedding in at the moment.
You ready? So I'm here from Cheshire Wildlife Trust in Queen's Park and Crewe. And this weekend we've got an event called our Wilder Weekend. Now this is an opportunity for the people of Crewe and beyond to come and take action for their local wildlife. So as part of that, we're showing a wildflower meadow here in Crewe using our native seeds that we've harvested from species-rich grasslands right here in Cheshire. And we've got other activities for the kids to take part in as well. So things like butterfly trails, bug hunts, spotter sheets, a whole host of activities for you to come down and see what you can do for your local wildlife. So come and have a chat with us, and hopefully we'll see you later today.
The actual seed that you...
So this is the seed that we're sowing. So in there's a mix of different wildflowers, some grasses as well. But the most important one we want in there is yellow rattle, which is that large flat seed just there. And that kind of helps to keep the grasses down and gives the other wildflowers a good chance to grow. So if you're sowing wildflower meadow in your garden or in other local parks and green spaces, those are the kind of things you want in there. And with being native perennial species, they're the best they can be to help the local wildlife. So all the bees, the butterflies, the caterpillars, the beetles, everything. This is kind of the best sort of habitat you can create when you're creating a wildflower meadow.
So you're mixing it here all with sand so it doesn't blow away?
Yeah, so we mix it with a bit of sand, and that does two things. It stops the seed blowing away when we're scattering it, and it allows us to see where we've already put some down, so that it doesn't all end up in just one area. So it kind of sows quite evenly across the meadow here.
Certainly a bit of confusion this morning. The two swans are alright. The lake is sort of taped off, but nobody's taken any notice. It's just ripping the tape off and walking round. The other query is, it says suspected avian flu. I understood it had been confirmed, so we're sort of sealing the lake off. Doesn't really do very much, because like all the Canada geese are up there anyway. So if you don't come to them and feed them, they'll come to you and hunt you down. So it's not really solving very much. You're blocking all the lake off and say everybody, but everybody's ignoring it anyway. So it certainly seems quiet wildlife-wise. Probably the case that all the Canada geese have gone up the top searching for people to give them food. Yeah, it doesn't make much sense. We've got the footpath here closed going towards the bridge. Well, if you come from the other way, there's nothing stopping you walking, so what's the purpose of that? Yeah, the whole thing's very confusing, because depending on where you come in, you might not see any of the signs. So people are walking around and signs are getting pulled over. It's serving no useful purpose, because all the wildlife is just going looking for people for food, and it doesn't really work at all. It's the same as Shakely Mere. They had a similar sort of thing, normally full of wildlife, and last couple of times I've been there for Google, it's been nothing left at all. Alright, some Hawkins of memorial to Michelle, I think it is, and another flowers there, and presumably it's for Michelle Brown. And just at the back, the council have chopped or trimmed some of the trees that were, there's one with a dead branch, wasn't there, that was sort of falling down.